since we're hanging out on the boat today, I figured I'd tell you my story if that's all right. And if we get a bite, we'll pause the story. Uh, I was a high school teacher for 11 years. And during that 11 years, I met my wonderful wife, who is the most supportive, most loving person I think I've ever known. And we had some really good times. I taught high school band. She taught high school band. We taught it together. We taught it at separate schools. Across 11 years, we made a ton of friends and made a lot of really nice memories. And then we struggled a little bit to have our first daughter. And but then, the Lord willed it to allow us to have our first daughter. And her name is Madeline Kay, and actually this boat is named after Maddie. And she's the whole reason I do this, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. But about when she turned 6 years old, she started becoming more aware of how little I was home teaching band. And she had spent a lot of time, there's a bite. She had spent a lot of time, at the band hall, or not really just getting a whole lot of just one-on-one time with Dad or one-on-one time with Mom, because it was just always at work. We were always at the band hall. And so I figured, maybe it'll get better. Maybe she'll understand. She'll grow up around the band kids and have a whole bunch of friends. It'll be a great time. Well, the more and more we did that, she started realizing that she wasn't getting to play. Like, she started actually realizing the fact that she wasn't playing with Dad. She wasn't playing with Mom. She wouldn't get to hang out with us. And I would tell her, baby, it's time for me to go to work. And she'd start crying, Daddy, please stay home. Please don't go to work. Please don't leave. I just want to play in the room. I want to play Barbies with you, or just whatever kind of thing she wanted me to do with her. And I was like, well, baby, I got to go to work to earn money. And, but I was like, well, maybe she'll kind of grow out of that a little bit. And so I just kind of let it ride for a little bit. And then we had our second daughter, Zoe Grace. And she has made me quickly realize, between the two girls, I lost my baby. The two girls together made me realize how little I was home and how little attention I was able to give them. And so when I did that, I told my wife, I said, I've got to do something different. I said, I've got to change careers and find a chance to be a more present father and the daddy my two little girls deserve and need. And so I decided, I'm going to start looking at other career options. And my wife does, well, you really enjoy fishing and you like fishing and you're good at it. Why don't you go fishing full time? And I was like, wait, so you're telling me to go fish and spend my days on the water? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, well, that proved to me right then and there that you're the woman of my dreams to suggest that. And I left school. I left teaching high school and decided to do a total career change. And when I did that career change, I got my captain's license and I started doing this full time and started officially taking charters July 1st, 2025. And from July 1st to 2025 to today, we've taken 55 trips and made some really great friends and made some awesome memories on the water. And the days that we're not on the water, if it's pretty outside and I don't have a client or a customer, I don't really like calling them clients or customers. It's probably, it's just not as personal to me. And I like being personal with people. The days I don't have folks on the boat with me, Maddie hops on the boat and, me and Maddie will go fish and then we'll pick up Robin, my wife, and Zoe at the dock and we'll go spend the day at the island. And, just depending on the day, we'll run out the Horn or we'll run up into Grasshopper and just kind of have a good time and spend time as a family. And I know that was a whole lot of words and maybe you're interested in it, maybe you're not, but I feel like I've become a better dad. I've become a better person. I've become a more active father and a whole lot better husband. I feel like I can treat my wife the way she needs to be treated. And there's no stress about work. I come home from a day of fishing and it's like, how was it? It's like, we caught a bunch of fish, or it was a slow day. But, at the end of the day, the stress level from what I was doing is light years different. And I'm able to, like I said, be a better daddy, be a better husband. And that's all I can really ask for in life. That's all I really want to do is be a good dad and take care of my girls. And if I can do that, then it's a good day. It's a good life. And just fellowship, good times. Nothing beats fishing poles and good conversations.